Hey guys, just decided to do a video. I've got my hair pulled back. It's getting a little fuzzy now, but I just came from a 1L reception, and it was our version of just like a career fair, and it was really cool. Got some good food, got to network, and I actually found out about a scholarship that's designed for someone who wants to do public interest for the first year. So for all of you who don't know, I got a job offer, and I was really excited about the job offer. It's not exactly what I wanted to do, but I definitely feel like I could help people. It's working in immigration, and I think I got the offer because on my resume I put basic Spanish. I also got a interview with an environmental company, and the environmental company kind of like will set me up for a better position because it's kind of like a merge between public and private interest. It's corporate law, where I would be doing contract work and things like that, negotiating and stuff. But it still has a public interest feel because it's work in sustainable development and in renewable energy sources and things like that, which do have a social impact. And it is kind of like I don't want to say litigation because I don't think it's litigation, but it's like impact law that does have an impact on people and social justice. So being that a lot of the environmental issues connect to catastrophes that people suffer from, like Katrina and things like that. And like even when I was a claims adjuster, I worked in catastrophe, and we worked the Louisiana flood in 2015, and I really saw how that affected people. And it could just really, for somebody who lives in poverty level, really bring them down to a level where it's difficult for them to kind of come back up again. So anyway, it was interesting to have that interview. Of all places, the job is in Charlottesville, but UVA is there. So the interviewer was trying to explain to me that it's not really what people think it is. And I'm sorry, but do y'all notice this? This is like really irritating me, these blinds. Oh gosh. I swear, I think I'm becoming that OCD person. Like, I'm around A type so much that I just think it's contagious after a while. See, it's still bugging me. Anyway, I'm gonna try not to focus on that. But anyways, yeah, so I got this job offer, and I'm not gonna say where it is because I don't think I can say, but I would be working in a state that's right next to mine, and so anyway, they have this whole thing where they have like a overnight stay for people, and you get like acclimated and do like this boot camp situation. You get to stay with an attorney that lives in another office that they have, because they have three different offices. And so it's really cool for me to go today because even though I kind of know what I want to do, I really wanted to try to clerk for this judge who's a Supreme Court judge, but I'm not sure if it'll be feasible monetarily because it's not looking like I'm going to be able to sublet. So that being said, if I have to pay my rent here, I might as well stay here so I can like do other jobs or like find a job on the weekend to kind of supplement my income and get a public interest scholarship. So tonight I met a firm that deals with they're really like a big firm, like as far as like financial services, which for me is kind of cool because I came from that. I worked at Bank of America for 5 years, but I also am really interested in zombie debt, which is something that the place, if I end up working there, they work on, which has to do with medical debt that people without health insurance, there's these predatory collection agencies that really kind of like ruin your life when you have a bad situation and you can't pay this and your credit is bad, and then it affects your living situations and like where you can get housing, and like it has so much impact in your life. And like, if you get a car, you have a high interest rate. So these companies that prey on people, it's basically kind of like they're really not getting anything out of it. Like out of like $1 that they get back from you, they're really only getting like 5 cents or something. Like they get nothing. So it's like even if they get you a default judgment against you, it's just like if you don't have an attorney, like you're not gonna pay anyway. So it's just like they get nothing out of it. So there's really people fighting this whole zombie debt situation. So that was one of the things that attracted me to them. But anyway, this financial service company, I was telling them about that, and the lady there, she was a recruiter for the firm, and she was like, you should really apply for the scholarship because it sounds like something that you want to do is really related to the financial services, but also it's like a public interest and it's a diversity scholarship, and we really kind of want to find those people that already have a public interest job, and this scholarship is to fund that summer. So, everything happens for a reason. The application is not due to the 26th, and I'm going out of town on Sunday for President's Day. So I'm just really happy to have the opportunity to write an interest letter and kind of explain why this is important to me and to work with these people, not only with that but with immigration, because so much of like healthcare is tied to people's living situations, housing. Being afraid of being deported can really affect your healthcare and like what you have access to. So this is really important to me, and this is like the reason I went to law school, because I want to make a difference. As much as I would love to be a high-powered like entertainment lawyer and schmooze with all the Beyoncés and everything, like this is why I went to law school. And I have to remind myself of this because I am a creative person. I was a singer-songwriter in another life. My father's a songwriter and singer. And like we even used to perform together. I have friends that are music producers. So it's kind of like weird for me to be outside of a creative setting. I'm a very free spirit. So it's kind of like, like one of those things where it's just kind of like I'm in a whole different environment, and it's my personality is not really conducive to this. And it's funny because people think that I'm like a real A type because I organize my notes and like color code everything, but it's really only because like I have mild dyslexia and I have to do that in order for me to like concentrate on my notes and stuff. So plus, I know I'm a free spirit, and if I don't make myself be disciplined, it's just all goes to hell. So, yeah, that's really what that is. But it's funny what people think. It's just like everybody has these impressions, and they're not really true. Everybody thinks that like the loudest, most like anxious people to talk in class that they get the best grades, and it's usually always the quietest person who gets the best grade in the class. So it's really interesting to see how people's impressions, like everybody's so ready to impress each other in law school, because that's what it is. You're in the law profession, you're really judged for the impressive things that you do, and whether that has to do with character or grades or what job you got or how much money you're making, like all of those things are kind of interconnected. So I don't know, it's just interesting. I was having a conversation with a girl outside of the reception today, and we were walking back up the street where my apartment was, and she was just saying, she went to Brown, and she was a very kind of like introvert, and that she was really shocked at like the way it is here, because it is HBCU, so it gives you the impression social justice, like we're fighting this thing, but people are really still competitive, and they're still A types, and they're still at the end of the day law students. So anyways, I say all that to say I just wanted to make a video to catch up with you all, and let you know about my job offer. I got a couple other things in the works too, so I'm still trying to just fill everything out. Spring break is coming up in about 3 weeks, so I plan on going home and working. I need to make some money for this summer. So I'll be driving Lyft like all throughout the spring break. But I am looking forward to going home this weekend. I was going home initially to visit my little boo over the winter break, but that didn't really work out. So now I'm just going home because I got the ticket already, and I'm not about that life and wasting my money. So I am going to just try to relax, maybe meet up with a friend and have dinner, and then get back to school. I'm coming back on Tuesday night, so I leave Sunday. I'll be there for 3 days, and then business as usual. So anyways, just wanted to check in with you all, and let me know. Keep the questions going. I love it how you guys have all these questions and positive feedback. I'm all about positivity. All right, y'all. Bye.